guys, today on Three Awesome Kids we are going to be making cinnamon rolls. We are going to be using the Tasty app that we have. We have a Tasty app. We like looking at Tasty on YouTube, and we have combined two of their recipes to make our cinnamon rolls. So there's a video called the 4-minute, 40-minute and 4-hour cinnamon roll. So we're going to use the 4-hour cinnamon roll dough and the filling from the 40-minute cinnamon roll to make our own cinnamon roll. So the ingredients asked for the dough, which is melted butter, whole milk, granulated sugar, yeast, all-purpose flour, baking powder, and salt. So we're just going to be combining everything in a tub bowl, and then we're going to be making our cinnamon roll. So in case you want more clarity, you could always check out the Tasty channel on YouTube and follow their recipes. Alright guys, so here we go. We have 2 cups of milk. They also said make sure the milk is warm. We have melted butter, right? Leave it right here, please. Thanks. Melted butter. They asked for half cup of granulated sugar. So we have the half cup here. Granulated sugar, what we call in the Caribbean as white sugar. 1 cup. So half cup of granulated sugar. And so for us to mix, so we are mixing all together. So their recipe asks for active dry yeast, and I have no idea what is that, so I'm using my instant yeast, which does not require it to sit and start to bloom. It will bloom. So also we have to add 4 cups of flour to this recipe. So we have our big bag of flour here. We want to make sure it's even out. So there's 1, 2, 3, and 4. And they asked for us to mix this. So what we're doing now is mixing. Now we try these recipes. Well, we would have done our own craziness for the first cinnamon, but we actually did the Giant's banana cinnamon roll, and it came out just perfect. So what we're doing now is just mixing it, and Alex calls it a shaggy dough. So this one is pretty wet. When you mix it, it's pretty wet. And I guess when you have the active dry yeast, they want to leave it for a little while in order for it to start rising. What we will do though, we wouldn't leave it for the entire hour, but we'll leave it for half an hour, because instant yeast don't really need a lot of time. So we're gonna leave it, cover it and leave it in a warm place, and then we're gonna come back and show you how we are going to be doing our filling. Alright guys, so we went back to the 40-minute recipe to get the filling. It called for half a stick of melted butter and a cup and a third of brown sugar. So this is my half cup that I'm using, so it will be 4 of this. Actually, it's 1 cup and a third. Oops. So that's 1 cup and a third. We almost over sugared it. Damn. And it also calls for a tablespoon of cinnamon. So here we have trusty old cinnamon. And then we will be just eyeballing it. Great. I think that's enough cinnamon. And we're just gonna mix it up. So we're just chilling on the Sunday evening, guys. We have everything mixed in. Nice. Nice and brown. Probably add a little bit more cinnamon. And we're just gonna set aside our filling until we are ready to go back to our dough. Alright guys. Alright guys, so we left the dough to rest for half an hour. Remember, we are not using active yeast, we're using instant yeast. So to finish off the dough, we have to put a little bit of salt, ooh, that's a little too much baking powder, and then we have like 3/4 cups more of the flour. It says to kneading the dough slightly, so we're gonna mix in these new ingredients. Alright, looking like bread. Right, so they said you were looking for a shaggy dough. We're gonna turn this out onto the counter, guys, and then we're going to finish kneading it. So they said we need to knead it to activate the gluten. I guess it's just to get a nice smooth dough. Nice. When you press down, it should bounce back up. Right, wonderful. After that is finished, we're ready to roll it out. Back up a little bit, please, Bryce. So guys, now we have to roll it out. Our kitchen counter is not really big, so I'm gonna try to make the best of this. I am not good with measurements. They said a 12 by 14 rectangle. Well, we will see what we get. Well, they asked for a 12 by 16 rectangle, guys. I have no idea how big that is, but this is what we are going to be working with. Now I'm going to be spreading on the filling. So when we got the filling, I realized that our filling is a bit, yeah, I don't know if I put a little too much butter. So the first time we did the cinnamon, we had all this and then it made a big mess. So pass a cup for me. I'm gonna pour off the extra butter just because I don't want the dough being all wet and gooey. It's supposed to be a sugary block. Right? It was really kind of dry when she did it. I don't know what happened this time. Maybe I put too much of butter. Alright, so we have this cinnamon mixture. I know usually people do it a different way. Sometimes they would rub the butter on the dough and then sprinkle the brown sugar and then the cinnamon. This way I think all the flavors get incorporated nicely together from the beginning, and then it makes for a really nice mixture in the end. So all I'm doing is just spreading it evenly, making sure everywhere gets as because we all have a sweet tooth and we enjoy sweets or sweet desserts, that we decided to do a segment in 3 Awesome Kids where we have some kitchen time, or 3 Awesome Kids create. We have like 2 other recipes that we really want to share with you. One is a brownie recipe as well as a cookie recipe. We really love watching Tasty, and I'm going to put the link down in the bottom in the description box where we actually got these recipes from, so that you could look and you could also enjoy. So what Alex said now was that we're gonna start rolling them, and you want to roll them as tightly as possible so that we get a really nice swirl. I'm really hoping, guys, that this turns out like really well. Right. Great. So this is what we have, guys. I guess we could always bake this and get one big long cinnamon roll. But let's cut it. So here we go. We wanna cut them nice and small. And this way I guess everybody gets more than one cinnamon roll. And then we cut them nice and small, and it's going to allow them to a little bit of time to raise. We're going to leave them before we bake them to raise a little in the pan. Yeah. Wish us luck, guys. Making cinnamon rolls, it's a lot of work. I don't know if after this one if I'm going to be making any others, but hopefully this one turns out excellent, and then we are able, to perfect it. Right, move your hand. He's all up in my Alright, guys, let's move to this pan. Let's go. Guys, so here you have it. We have a really nice swirl. At least I think it's a really nice swirl. And what we're gonna do, we're gonna see to pack them very nice and neatly in our greased pan. So we would have used some butter, because we don't really use cooking spray. So we want to put it all nice together. We're gonna stuff everybody inside here, all aboard this cinnamon train. Here we go. There we go. And we got one more. We gotta make a space for him, because everybody has to fit here. Alright, guys. So what I'm going to do with this now, I'm going to allow them to just raise, because this recipe for the 4-hour cinnamon roll, it allows the dough to raise a little further. So what we're going to do, we're going to leave it for 10 to 15 minutes again, let it raise and double in size, and then we're going to put them in the oven, and then I'm going to show you our filling. Bye guys. Alright guys, so here we have the cinnamon rolls. They have been resting. As you can see, they have swollen up quite a bit. So all I'm going to do is pop them in the oven for about half an hour. After half an hour, I'm going to check to see if they're alright, and then we are going to move over to getting our frosting done. So see you back in a little while. Alright guys, so the recipe calls for 1 cup of powdered sugar, and in this case, well, we use ice and sugar. So here we go, 1 cup. We're gonna be using some melted butter, they call for 2 teaspoons of milk, and 4 ounces of cream cheese, which is half of this. So I'll be right back. Alright guys, so we have all the ingredients here: the milk, the butter, the cream cheese, and the powdered sugar. Now remember, we are taking 2 different recipes and we're putting them together, right? So here we go, getting a smooth cream cheese filling. We're gonna add a little bit more milk, guys. For this frosting, we kinda eyeballing it. Hopefully we have enough cream cheese filling for our cinnamon rolls. I guess ours is a little different in the way it looks because our butter over here is pretty yellow. Alright guys, so this is our it tastes pretty good. So we're just gonna wait for the next 25 minutes to half an hour, and then we're gonna come back and show you how we frost, or how we put on our frosting on our cinnabons. So we encountered a little issue. The cinnabons, they totally they rose a lot. So some of them are squished and squashed. Nevertheless, a perfect crust on the outside, and we are gonna eat them same way. We have let them cool a little bit, and now we are just gonna put the frosting on it. And yeah, cream cheese frosting, guys. They are still kind of warm, which means the frosting is going to melt and go down in the grooves. It's gonna be awesome. Maybe next time we'll probably use the entire cream cheese so that we'll have enough, but I think this is gonna be great. So thank you for tuning in to 3 Awesome Kids as we make our cinnamon rolls or cinnamon buns. Remember to give this video a big thumbs up. Tell us if you like our recipe, if you've tried cinnabons before, and tell us how you think our video was, if you could follow our recipe and make these same buns as well. Alright guys, until next time when we create something yummy again in the kitchen. Bye!